Hello and welcome to Paper Plays Julie K.
Welcome crafty friends, and thank you so much for stopping by and checking out my latest video. During this holiday season, I really wanted to create a few beautiful Christmas trees to decorate my home and also to give out as gifts. My goal is to mainly use supplies from my stash to decorate the paper mache cones that I have picked up at Hobby Lobby and also thrift stores over the past year. I decided to do a little video series of me doing little tutorials on how I create each of these trees. And this is the second video of this series. I will also have a playlist available along with links in the description box if you are interested in checking out any of the other videos. And in this video, I'm going to showcase a very elegant but simple tree decorated with layered tulle trim and a string of beads. So stay tuned for the tutorial. So for today's project, you are going to need a paper mache cone. And I've already gone ahead, paper mache cones look like this. You can buy them at Hobby Lobby in different sizes. And I also went ahead and put a bottom on it. And then I also chalk painted it. And before I get any further, I do admit that this is the third try I am doing for this Christmas tree. In my head, I really wanted this trim right here. It's some gorgeous trim that I picked up a long time ago at Hobby Lobby. It's this beautiful ruffled trim that's connected with tulle. And as you can see, I cut some down and I've already tried to glue it down and I pulled it off and I repainted my cone. And the problem that I ran into is I wanted these all horizontal, but as I was gluing it down, it was getting kind of kitty-wampus. And then I was also finding I tried to glue it down like just in sections like this, or I just tried to go down each layer and work my way up, and it was just the lace was getting too tight. So I tore it all off, and I'm going to come up with plan B because I still really have it in my head that I really want to use this trim and then intermix some beads in it. And I picked up this trim right here for $4.99. I got it at the thrift store and I have a ton of it. And again, I'm trying to use up supplies from my stash. So now I've come up with like plan C now that I've done this a couple of times. Like I said, for me it was just too difficult to glue this whole panel down and make it look nice. I didn't want it to be angled as I glued it down, and it was getting too tight when I was trying to glue it like this and glue it up in the different layers. So now my next plan is I'm going to go ahead and deconstruct this lace, and then I can glue it down in layer by layer. And so what first step I'm going to do then is I'm going to recut this off. It has some tulle up at the top here, so I'm just going to cut that off. I don't need that. And I can maybe use this on something else down the road, or maybe I'll make a little bow out of it for the tree. I don't know yet. So now I'm going to cut each layer like this, and then hopefully then I will have several layers and I can just glue it down layer by layer instead of gluing down the whole panel. I think I'm going to be happier with that. So now you can see I have a strip like this to glue down around the bottom. And so I'm going to continue to cut these, and I will be back after I cut all the layers, and then I'll probably cut a couple more just so I have enough to work all the way up the tree. So now I have several layers of that tulle trim that I cut up, and I'm also going to glue down the bead trim. I think I'm going to start with that first. And I'm just going to, if I can find the end here, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to glue it around the base, and I'm going to use hot glue. So that's what I have so far. So next I'm going to go ahead and glue these layers down, and I just got to decide now where I want them. I don't think I'm going to put a stand underneath this, so it's not going to be elevated at all. So I'm just trying to decide. I probably want it touching the base of the floor, but I don't want it too far down, I don't think. I don't think I want it like that. I think I want it a little bit more up a little bit. I think like right about there would be good. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this down just a little bit at a time. So now that I have the first layer down, I think what I want to do is glue a layer of beads over that, and then glue another layer of this down. So I'm going to go ahead and glue the beads over the top part of this trim. So there's the first couple layers. So now I'm going to go ahead and glue this one down and keep on working my way up. I will have it so that it overlaps the bead trim just a little bit. So I'll glue it down like this. And then I'll glue the bead trim and this continue my way up to the top, and I will be back after I have completed that. So here's what the Christmas tree cone looks like, all decorated. And again, I just alternated with that trim and the beads, and so now I'm at the very top. And I've been trying to decide what I want to put on the top. And so I do have these little wood beads that I chalk painted. I was going to use them on feet for something, and it didn't work out. But it does fit perfectly on the top, so I thought that might make a nice topper, and then I could put beads around it. But then I took it a step further, and I took one of these, and I just wrapped and hot glued the bead trim around it, and that just made it a little bit more decorative. And so that I think will work perfectly on the top here. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that down, and what I think I'm going to do is put a little bit of E6000 in it, and then also hot glue. I'm just going to put a little bit of E6000 on the very top here. And I'm also going to put in some hot glue, and hopefully this will hold it. I think that looks really cute. And so then my last step then is I'm going to put one more string around the very top. I think I'm just going to put the hot glue on the actual string of beads. So here's what it looks like now, and I will go ahead and take the camera down and shoot it straight on just so you guys can check out the overall look at it. But I do really like how this turned out. Even though I had a few initial snafus at the beginning, it did turn out really nice and I'm happy with it. And I will be right back with an overall shot. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope you guys all enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope to see you back again tomorrow for a third installment of this video series. So until then, I hope you guys all have a wonderful day and happy crafting.